everybody. How's it going? There's Mr. Fisher Mooser there. Cool. All right. I am so glad that I got some people that want to pop on tonight. I wanted to do a live stream tomorrow, but I remembered that I have my niece's recital. She's a singer, and so I'm supposed to go see her tomorrow. And so I'm like, oh well, I'm not going to be able to do a live stream, and it's been a hot minute since I've done one, and I really wanted to get back in the habit of doing this. And so I'm glad that we could have some people coming on and hanging out. So, oh, I want to. If it's cool, man, I want to share the story about what happened last week. Justin knows what I'm talking about. I'd love to share that with everybody if that's cool with you. Um, it's something I want to talk about tonight, and then I got some effects that I've been using lately, and I want to talk about. So that's kind of where I'm at tonight. That's what I want to talk about. Before I do that, I'm gonna go get myself a little beverage. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, hi everybody. Sorry, I'm back. I realized I didn't have a beverage, and I tend to get thirsty when I'm talking for an hour. So sorry about that. So yeah, a bunch of cool stuff's happened in the past week. Been working on some new effects. This is traditionally a little bit of a slower time for me during the year. I do a lot of corporate events, and corporate events kind of peter off a little bit during the summer, as you might imagine. They have like family picnics and that kind of stuff sometimes, and I do those. But um, the bigger events usually take place in spring and fall, and then the holiday parties in the wintertime, and so that's whenever I'm really busy. Summertime, I mean, if you're doing a lot of kids parties, is a great time for you, but for me, a little bit of a slower time. So what I do with this time is I work on new tricks for the upcoming fall, right? Things that I can do. So I'm also putting a lecture together. So I'm hoping, I don't know if you have a local magic club that you guys belong to, but if you do, I'm shopping my lecture around and seeing who's interested. So, you know, that's something also that is going to be part of being a member of the channel is that I'm going to have a recording of the lecture to share with you guys. That's something that you guys will get, and you'll get the lecture notes too for being a member. I don't have them yet, so if that's the reason you're joining, don't join yet. But no, that's coming, and that'll be something that'll be a member thing. So I wanted to talk about some of the effects, and I also want to talk about. I had a cool moment. I had a cool moment last week, and Justin's watching, and he knows. If it's cool, I'm gonna send this over to my computer and then share it on stream. I have something I'd like to share with everybody. Let's see if I can get this sent before I get ahead of myself. I'm not streaming on a Mac. I miss being on a Mac because when I would just boop airdrop it to myself and then I'd have it. Now I've got to I use a application called Send Anywhere, which is it works, but it's not as great as just going boop and sending it to myself with an airdrop. That would be way nicer. but it is what it is. So let's do. I have to put an input. I have to input a key and a whole. It's a whole thing, but it's better than nothing. So if you guys are on PC and you're like trying to figure out how to send photographs of your iPhone back and forth or files back and forth, send anywhere is what I use, and I found that it works pretty well. All right. There's always a new version available too. It's like always every time I log on, new version available. Do you want to update? No, I don't. I don't want to do that all the time. All right. I'm pulling it in to the thing here so we can share that. Let's do file or something. There's a way to do it. Image. Yes. Add source. Add new source instead. Boom. Kind of a loose stream. I had some ideas in mind of what I wanted to do, but I didn't have this all organized. Well, that's my thumbnail from the other day, but that's not what you guys want to see. Let's fix that. No, I said it. Oh, come on, you little booger. All right. Where is it? Oh, it's in last week because it... Nice. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Cool. All right. It's way too big. Has anybody else... Have I lost anybody yet? Going, what is this guy doing? So here's the story behind this. I was doing I don't know where I was. It was a couple days ago, and it was last week, and I get a message from Justin, who's a longtime watcher of the channel. He's been a moderator, and he's helped build the Discord channel that we use for the Magic Minute. He's been super cool. Been a big fan of this and friend of this channel for a long time. And he messaged me and said, "Hey, look, I'm gonna be in your neck of the woods." And I was like, "Well, dude, we gotta meet up. We gotta do it." And he's like, "Yeah, okay. Well, I got like, not much time. I got like, I'm threading a needle." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'm doing a gig, but after the gig, I'm picking up my son. But if we can meet somewhere between going to the gig or ending the gig and picking up my son, if we can get somewhere in the between there, let's do it." So sure enough, we were able to do it. And so him and I got to visit in the hotel lobby. And as you can tell, there's my ugly mug on the right. There's that handsome young man on the left. And yeah, we got to meet. It was super cool. I was like, oh, wow, look. We talked about this, and I've talked about with other channel members before and subscribers and things, going, oh, yeah, well, if you're doing a lecture, or you're doing a TAOM, or you're doing a thing or whatever, I'll come see you or whatever. And, I've been talking about that for years. Like, oh, that'd be cool. It'd be great if we could ever manage that. Well, we managed it. And I had a great time meeting with him. It was really cool. So, yeah, a fun thing for me. I'm sure he thinks, I'm shorter than he thought. But, yeah, it was fun. I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that, Justin, but I enjoyed that. I also want to talk about. In the description of this video, I did talk about a couple of effects I wanted to talk about, especially Double Exposure by Asi Wind and Cipher Pro. I also want to share my experience. I've been playing around with the mind reading upgrade in Hydra. And so that's something that I just got recently. And so I kind of want to talk about those things because I think they're pretty interesting. So, and Wonder Card. I think that's what it's called. Do I have it here? Yeah. A lot of people are short next to me. Yeah, well, you're a tall feller. You're a tall feller. I guess that your folks feed you well. So... talk about a couple things. So I forever fought introducing technology into my shows. I was like, I don't want to do, especially things like with people's cell phones. Like, I know it's so mainstream now, and it's something that's like, everybody's got a phone in their pocket. It's a super personal device. It's something that, if you're doing borrowed item magic, like, it seems like super obvious thing to borrow and do magic with. It's like they're ubiquitous. And so why wouldn't you have magic that you could do with it? Of course you would. You're a modern day magician. That's what people have phones. Um, so, but I fought it forever because I was like, but what if it looks like an app, or what if it looks like? Well, you guys, I talked about this a little while ago, like shortly after I did my taxes, about just how much money I'd spent in magic apps that past year, hundreds of dollars, and I've played around with quite a few of them, and I like a lot of them, and I think they have their place, right? And so I've been trying to implement them more into my show. Some of them I've only practiced, but I haven't really performed for anybody, because I get to the point where I'm about to perform and I go, but what if it goes wrong? Um, so I've been playing with um, Hydra a lot. Hydra is the app put up by Shamir Salim, who is, um, I would venture to say, is a friend. I think he's a cool guy. We talk a lot offline, and he's asked my advice on certain things in the past, and I've been able to suggest ideas for magic apps or additions or whatever to him. And my hope is we'll get him on the channel sometime to do a thing. If you're not familiar with who Shamir is, he's the guy who invented like Hydra, QR Genie. He's done a lot of code on Cipher Pro, Picasso Pro. If you own an app from Ellusionist, sold through Ellusionist, you probably are using an app that he created. So he knows what he's doing. He's a very intelligent guy, and has put out some really great magic, really great apps. And he's not done. That's the other thing, as he's still supporting and updating and changing and improving apps that came out years ago, and I love that. I appreciate that so much from him. Well, he had some upgrades to Hydra that came out a little while ago. And one of them was the mentalism or mind reading upgrade that would allow you to get a peek of information that was typed into Google. And it works great. It works really great. And then, of course, you can have the thing that's peaked. You can also have that show up again, like in your Instagram or Facebook bio or whatever, which is also great. Um, I've struggled for a little while to go, well, why would, if you were already predicted it, why were you reading their mind or whatever? But like, I didn't make the separation between you do this all the time, but you go, oh, you're the person that I was thinking about, right? And then you can do, yeah, I knew you were going to do that. I didn't know it was you, but I knew that was going to happen. And then you can have the prediction and the mind reading thing at the same time, and it's really cool. Yeah, it's great. It's better if you have like an Apple Watch or a Peak Smith. I think we're gonna get the most out of it to get that peak, but you can do it without those. I already own an Apple Watch, and so it's very clean, very fast, and gets you your peak, and it's awesome. I like it. So if you have Hydra, I would consider looking at getting the mentalism upgrade. It's not that much, and it adds a lot of extra functionality. It almost brings it to the level of Wikitest. The only thing that really isn't the same is that you have to do it on your phone, not your spectator's phone. So that being said, but it integrates with Wikitest. So if somebody goes to your Wikipedia site, you can have the prediction from Wikipedia on your Facebook or Instagram. So that's awesome. Yeah, I like it. So if you haven't looked at that, consider looking at it. What else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about the Wonder Card. And I don't know what I can say about it. Forgive me, allergies. I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm the backwards boy. My nose runs and my feet smell. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about this because I mean, I think I've talked about this guy before, about this wallet. I think we've done that on this channel. I think we have. If we haven't, let me know. But this is the Quiver Z wallet, which has earned a permanent place in my back pocket whenever I'm performing. I always have this with me. It's a fantastic mentalism tool. I'm sure I've talked about it on this channel, but if I haven't, let me know. But there's a little piece that you can buy from the website. It's the Wonder Card. And there it is. Isn't that wonderful? That's it. It doesn't look like much. But this little piece of plastic or laminated paper or whatever this is powerful. This is really cool. It's not a magic app. What it allows you to do is imagine you are with a group of people and a photograph of them holding this, right? You take a photograph with them. They put their phone away. They pick a card. The card disappears from the deck. And then when you say, look, no, it's reappeared in your hand, they go, what are you talking about? You go, well, look, no, it's in your hand. They have their phone in their hand. You turn it on, look at the photograph. They open it up, they look at the photograph, and lo and behold, the playing card is right there in the photograph, staring them in the face. It's mind-boggling, and it's one of those things that's just like, holy wow, that's amazing. It's a powerful moment, and it's really cool that you could somehow manipulate the image on their phone, right? Like that. That's it, at least to their mind, right? So it's very cool. It's very cool. I like it. I bought it from Patrick Kuhn, but he doesn't have really a good routine for it. So you're gonna have to come up with that yourself. But you guys are creative. You can come up with your own thing. I had a conversation with my friend Joe going, I don't really know how I want to perform this. It's cool, but I don't know how I want to perform it. It seems like, you have to have a justification for them holding this or something, right? So, I mean, there's the old, I'll find your card, or you can have, you put like $5 in there or something. He's like, I'll find your card, or you can have the $5. In fact, you can sit here with that as proof, right? Or whatever. Of the agreement or whatever, just some kind of throwaway whatever to do it. So, yeah, it's really cool. And in that same vein, if you're looking for something that doesn't require a gimmick but more sleight of hand, Double Exposure by Asi Wind is choice. It's a beautiful effect. I don't know if a lot of people know about it. I don't know if it's caught, like it's Asi Wind, so like imagine everybody knows about it, but I don't hear talked about a lot. And it's a awesome effect. So it's very similar to this, but impromptu. You have to be able to Pharaoh. That's the thing, is that not everybody can do a Pharaoh shuffle. So if you can do a Pharaoh shuffle and a fan, you've got a literal miracle. So it's done as a triumph. So you have somebody go through the deck, somebody selects a card, you shuffle the cards face up and a face down, they put their card back inside the deck, you shuffle it face up and a face down again, or you flip the deck again, shuffle it again, you fan the cards out, and people can see they're all jacked up, face up, face down. You don't even know, you couldn't tell if there's a face up pile or a face down pile. There's no way. So you hand it to them, you take a photograph with them, with the cards in the messed up order. They close the deck, you snap your fingers, and the cards write themselves, and the only card face up is theirs. At least you say that, right? But you do it, and of course it's all still screwed up. Right? They spread out the cards again, and it's all screwed up. It's still face up and a face down, a big mess. I must have missed. I checked the photograph, and they open the photo, and in the photograph, all of the cards are face down except for their card, which is facing the camera. So they're holding a fan deck of cards with all of the cards put the right way except for theirs. And so it's like this photograph triumph, and it looks incredible. And I use that all the time now. I'm very comfortable with Faro shuffles and fans and whatever. It's not that difficult, and so it's like, yeah, that's worth it. So I do it all the time, and I love it. It's you need to check it out. It's really really good. Um, the last thing I want to talk about is Cipher Pro. And Cipher Pro is something that I like the idea of it, but I can't figure out the motivation for me personally yet. Like with the Wonder card or whatever, I had to really think about how I wanted to present it. Just because the tool is there, you have to find the inspiration of the motivation that works with your character to do the thing. And I haven't got there yet with Cipher Pro. It's very modular, and so like you can use certain parts of it or not use other parts of it, or stop the routine, or add a different part into the whatever. But for me, I can't find it yet. I don't know what it is. For me, it's not flowing the way I want it to right now, and everything feels a little bit contrived and on the nose. And what I mean by that is you have somebody, take their birth month, multiply by their birthday, birth year, and then multiply it by their PIN code, and then you're supposed to be able to derive some information from this. They clear it out, turn off the phone, but yet now that their star sign, when they were born, how old they are, their PIN code, all these things. But it's like, it feels like, well, yeah, because you just punch the information in, right? Like, I know that you cleared it out and turned the phone off, and that like should be enough but for me, like, there's still like, it's too immediate right after you did this thing to do that. So, Justin's got to go. But hey, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you being here, and I'm very glad we got to run into each other the other night. That was really cool. So, hope you guys had a nice stay in Texas, and I'll see you when I do, man. Thanks for coming out tonight. Cheers. So, yeah, so that's the thing about Cipher Pro. I'm not sure where it fits in yet, or how I can design a routine around it that doesn't feel so direct that it's not even veiled what you're doing. You know what I mean? So I'm not really sure how to perform that. Adios. See you next time, Bubba. So, I mean, maybe I'm worried about it when I shouldn't be. Maybe it's a running when you're not being chased kind of thing, where it's like, well, the thought I keep coming back to mentally is it any different with billets? Not really. If you're doing billet work, I mean, they wrote it down, right? And the billet's probably still right there, and now you're just telling them back the information that they wrote on the billet. Yeah. So maybe it's not a big deal, and I'm making it a big deal when it's not. Maybe I should just try it. But it just feels weird to me, and I'm not sure why. And I can't figure out what it is. So I gotta do something to build up a routine that I like and can perform confidently. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know if this is going to be a long stream. I think I might close it down. I got to visit with Justin, which was awesome. I don't know if anybody else will come on tonight because I'm not on my scheduled day and time. That's supposed to be tomorrow, but I'm predisposed tomorrow, so I can't do it. Been a little quiet on the whole video front. I put out a video today, which is doing extremely well, so thank you guys all very much for watching that and clicking on that. I mean, it's a lot to me. I will be working on some more reviews and some theory and stuff. I want to have like a get back on a regular schedule of streaming here, because I have some conversations I really want to have with the community, and then some more tutorials and some other things coming up. So hang tight. Also, to all my channel members, I'm going to be holding out I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a live stream for channel members where I'm just going to go through the invisible elastic bracelet technique and just go through it that way. I've tried to shoot it so many times and it becomes such an albatross of a video with all these different angles and things and all these props and everything. It's becoming like I've tried and stopped like 10 times and I can't get it out. So I think I'm just going to do it as a live stream for channel members, and then they can just access it whenever they want. And yeah, it might be a little long-winded, but you'll be able to skip around and whatever. That's the only way I think I'm going to be able to get it out. I just do not have the time to edit something that complex. So I'm going to get with y'all and we'll do that. I know it needs to happen. So I have in fact, I'll show you before I go here. Here's my invisible elastic. Woohoo! Here's my invisible elastic bracelet kit. It's right here. I've had it out. Been working on it, trying to get that video out to you guys, and I just cannot. So we're going to do it as a live stream, I think. If you watch this and you are opposed to that, your channel member, let me know. And if not, I'll try to do it when we can all sit down and do it together. That'd be great. So that way we can all just, if you have questions or whatever, we can just do it live. So thank you guys for coming out tonight. I appreciate you. I know it's a little bit of a short stream. I find it difficult to talk to myself for a long time without any interaction. So it kind of kills the point of a live stream. So thank you guys for watching. If you do watch this, and comment, like, subscribe, help me fight that algorithm. I appreciate you guys. See you soon. Cheers.